Hello everyone, my name is Salim and welcome to the Markets Breakdown and Analysis for Tuesday, the 28th of November 2023. We'll be breaking down short and the exact zones where price will close both potential buys or close below for potential sells as well. So looking at the daily candle for Monday. Now the daily has been bearish, respected the Friday daily high, respected the Friday daily low as well. But when dropping down to the 4-hour time frame, you can clearly see price starting to form a new range on the 4-hour time frame. Also, when dropping down to the hourly time frame, you can clearly see candles printing side by side and reduce in volume as well. So now looking at the daily more likely will be closing bearish, forming daily resistance around 188,480. So just a small anticipation I have here. Since the weekly, obviously we have a weekly, the previous weekly candle closed bullish. And at this level, price is trading within a rejection level formed back in November 2015. So let's put a line at this level. Looking at the monthly time frame and looking on the left, what do we see? We have this monthly rejection formed back in November 2015. Now there is a possibility to see the current weekly candle forming a resistance to allow for the this monthly candle to retrace, maybe form a rejection to the upside, reacting into this rejection that formed previously back in November 2015. And yeah, to be honest, even when looking on the daily, since the daily candle for Monday is forming a resistance, we do have some sort of a clean traffic on a daily time frame to mirror on the left on a daily time frame. So this is just the anticipation based on price action. So now to break down the chart. So looking at the 4-hour time frame, the 4-hour we have the most recent 4-hour support formed around 187,220. The most recent 4-hour resistance formed around 188,320. Dropping down to the hourly time frame, and this is where it gets really tricky. Okay, so here's the thing. So we can clearly see we have this as a range, and this is roughly around 30 pip range. Okay, dropping down to the 30-minute, the 50-minute time frame, we can clearly see this is a range. Okay, but the only problem is if we were looking to take this as a no trade zone, we're not really allowing enough range for price to consolidate before breaking out the range. So what we're going to do here is we're going to review the 4-hour again. So since we have this 4-hour high, let's just adjust this to 187,880. Looking at the hourly time frame, we have what we can see on the left. We have this previous 1-hour support around 187,950. Looking at the 30-minute time frame, 15. So now we have this 15-minute resistance formed around 187,950. So I would say potentially we could look for buys above 187,950, above this 15-minute resistance. For potential sells, however, despite having this clean candle on the left that was measuring around, let's say, 32 pip range, we're not really allowing enough range for price to form a range for the new daily candle. So in that case, what we're going to do is we're going to look for potential sells. I would say potential sells could be below, let's say, 187,230, below this hourly range as well. And this is going to be the no trade zone. And I still believe this is a big range, I know. But the only thing is, we do have some really bad ranges on the low time frame. So now to look for potential buys and going back to the daily. So since the daily candle for Monday is forming a resistance, we're going to put a line at this level around 188,460. Dropping down to the 4-hour time frame, we have a 4-hour resistance formed around 188,290. Dropping down to the hourly time frame, now we have this decent hourly resistance around 188,290 as well. Looking at the 30-minute and the 50-minute time frame, we have a same level of resistance as well. So I'd say the first target for sells could potentially be 188 The first target for buys could be at this 4-hour resistance formed around 188,290. The second target for buys, now we have a daily resistance around 188,460. Dropping down to the 4-hour time frame, we have this 4-hour range. Let's have a look on the hourly. Now on the hourly, we have this range as well. Let's adjust it to 188,560. 30-minute time frame, that's a range. I'd say the second target for buys could potentially be 188,560, targeting the top of the hourly range. And now to look for potential sells and going back to the daily. So since the daily is printing bearish for the Monday the daily candle, now the anticipation is to see some sort of a retest at a certain level that could either be a recent support or a previous resistance, meaning like let's say a recent daily support or a previous daily resistance. So the first thing we can see here is we have this previous daily resistance formed around 186.740, dropping down to the 4 hour time frame. Now we have this previous 4 hour resistance around 186.850, and that's roughly measuring around 37-38 pip range, looking at the hourly time frame. Now that's where it gets really tricky again. I'm just going to stick to the 4 hour. I'd say the first target for sales could potentially be 186.850, targeting this previous 4 hour resistance. The second target for sales, now we have this decent 4 hour support around 186.450. Dropping down to the hourly, we have this hourly support around 186.400. And then we're looking on the 30-minute time frame as well. Let's have a look at recent price action. And we have this range as well on the 5-minute time frame. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to have the second target for sells at 186.470, targeting this recent 4 hour support.
Dominion Markets, your trading sanctuary.